Hello, guys. Happy Monday. Thank you guys for joining me on my page. My name is Raul Mira. Thank you guys so much for joining me this Monday. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Today we are doing the first live of the week, Monday Motivation, Win with the Coach. That's my website. Check out anything financial related, credit related. I got your back. Let's talk. Let's chat, guys. Right there, you're going to find all of my links. But let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to what we're going to talk about today. Something super, super, super important, and that is lacking confidence. Why do we lack confidence as human beings? And why do we have confidence in certain areas, right? And if you saw the header, I gave you guys the answer, but we're going to dwell deep in there, right? So, talking about lacking confidence, let's give an example of the complete opposite. You have confidence in a thing, right? So let's go back to our childhood. Let's go back to us being children, being babies, right? When we're babies, guess what? We at the mercy, complete mercy of our parents. And as we start growing up and we start developing our muscles and our bones, we start moving a lot more, right? We start wanting to get up and we crawl. And then after that, we start trying to get up and hold from things. And the next thing you know, we're taking a few steps. Next thing you know, we're fully walking, and then we begin running, and then we take off. Then it's a new, beautiful, wonderful experience for us, and nobody could stop us if we just get better and better and better, right? Some people are really athletic from birth. Other people do sports or do gymnastics, and they become even more athletic, really more skilled with their body, their movement, their strength, their whole shebang. So, the reason why I say all this is because that's a perfect example of the process of development, the importance of the process of development for people. Like, we have to go through this natural course, right? This organic natural course of growth. And that is the same for a lot of areas in life, not just the physical aspect, not just growing up. We need to go through this process of getting the skill to gain the confidence, right? When you're a baby, you don't have the confidence yet to run, to jump, to hike. And then what happens as time passes, we get confidence because now we learn the skill of walking and running, etc. So that is how things are in life. So there's some things that you're naturally gifted in. There's something that, give me an example. For example, something you've been doing your whole life. Let's say, oh, I've been playing soccer my whole life. I started playing soccer at a young age. So I'm very confident of my skill in soccer. And even more detail, let's say you're a goalie. I'm super confident as a goalie, but when they throw me out there, I am not that good. I don't feel confident. So what happens when we don't feel the confidence in the things we want to do? We're likely to fail. We're likely to feel intimidated, to not be good performers because we don't have the skills mastered. The better we get at something, the more confidence we're going to get. So now that we've said that, let's analyze what areas in your life you're lacking the confidence in. Something that's important to you, right? Because that's the whole point. The whole point about learning about something or about yourself or anything specific is because you want to grow in it, right? You want to develop, you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to achieve, you want to become successful. So you want to see, what is it that I'm not so confident in that I want in my life, that I want to be confident in? Once you identify that, let's figure out what are the skills that you need to learn to achieve it, right? If you don't have the confidence to promote or work your business, then that means that there's skills that need to be learned. There is, for example, for the work you do, let's say you sell a product, right? Let's say you sell a product. Well, you got to get to know your product. You got to feel comfortable, happy, in love, or emotionally attached to the product, right? You want to get to know how that product works. How does it work for you? When you use the product and you are a product of the product, it's a lot easier for you to stand up for it and say, no, this is great, and I know it. Well, why is it great? Oh, it's great because of this and this and that. So you're describing the product, and you know the ins and outs, and you know the details, and you know how great it is. So you're confident and you have the skills to promote the product because you are a product of the product. You are familiar with the product. You understand the product. You use the product. You are the product, right? So that is a perfect example. So let's think about other areas that you lack confidence in, right? Is it in your looks? Is it in your beauty? You're like, I wish I did really good makeup. Well, don't wish to do really good makeup anymore. Start watching some free tutorials. Start watching some makeup artists do their makeup. Okay? So and the next step is for you to practice daily, right? That's going to throw you out there. That's going to give you the skills, and that's going to give you what? The confidence. Let's say you lack confidence in your relationships. Well, I'm not going to tell you the more relationship you have, the more confidence you're going to have in relationships, but there's a lot of things that you can learn and a lot of books that you can read and a lot of things that you can practice in order to gain confidence in your relationships because it involves a lot of psychology, right? Things that you need to be okay with in your life in order to have a better relationship with the other person because you have two worlds colliding, uniting, meeting themselves, two human beings trying to coexist, and everybody has different personalities. Everybody's a whole different world. Is a whole different unique universe. So we need a lot of skills to get along and have good relationships. We need listening skills, right? We want to listen to people and not be such a rush to answer, but actually listen to what they're telling you so you can better understand them, right? And that's a principle in the 7 habits of highly effective people is seek to understand before being understood, and that involves a lot of listening. What about communication skills? There's so much you can learn out there from communication skills, expressing yourself in time at the right time, asking for time out, asking for breaks, asking for conversations, bringing up the subjects, finding the right time, dedicating time to that communication, finding different ways to communicate. That's going to get you the skills to have better communication skills, and better communication skills help you in so many ways in life, right? What is another thing that can be part of helping you in your relationship so you feel more confident, right? Is knowing who you are and your identity. I'm always gonna go back to that, guys, because it's so important. The more you know who you are, the more you have of yourself, love in yourself, love for yourself, right? And you have something to offer to your partner, to your spouse, to your friends, to the world. So that gives you a lot of confidence to know who you are. You know who you are, you know what you're about, you know what you can't stand or you don't stand for, you know what your limitations are, what barriers or boundaries are you're not willing to break for anyone. That's super important to know. That way you don't get caught off guard, something happens and you're like, what do I do now? What happened to me? No, you're in charge of your life. So everything comes down to being in charge of our lives. So another thing that's going to help you build the confidence and to help you build the skills is going to be to avoid playing the blame game. I'm going to throw you guys this extra little detail there. The blame game is super important to avoid. Why? Because the moment that we blame someone else for whatever it is, or we blame something else for whatever it is that's going wrong in our life, we are kind of like letting go of our power, right? You're pretty much turning your power into this blame. So let's say I blame somebody for everything that happens to me. Oh, the reason I lost my card was because I needed to go do a favor for you. And I drove this far and I knew this was gonna happen, and thanks to you I lost my car. So we're blaming this person. Well, why did you lose your car? Oh, because you're driving without insurance. Well, why are you driving without insurance? Oh, because I forgot to pay it, or I didn't pay it on time and then they cancel, or I spent money on some tickets for a concert and I didn't pay my insurance and I was just gonna do it for a month. So the point being is that everything goes back to this person making the wrong decision. You made the wrong decision. Maybe this is not who you are, but you made the wrong decision. Now you're blaming someone else in the moment for what happened to you. It's their fault because you drove to make a favor to them and you drove far, and you normally don't drive far because right now you don't have insurance. Well, whose fault is it? If you had insurance, you would not be having this issue. And that's a dumb example. That's just something that I came up with real quick. But just to give you guys the point is that when we play the blame game, I'm sorry, we're blaming other people. So we're kind of releasing a responsibility of our life. We're releasing the power of our life. We're releasing the control of our life. We're giving it up to that person, to that something else. It's a cop's fault. Okay, so your life depends on them, right? It's the weather's fault. So your life depends on the weather. It's your spouse's fault, your son's fault, etc. So your teachers, your co-workers, your anybody around you, right? It's everybody's fault but yours. So it's important to be proactive, and that means take responsibility for your life. Take hold of your life. Claim your life back, right? So in order to claim our life back, we need to be building the skills necessary for us to be confident in those areas in life that we want to be confident in. So if you are struggling with confidence in promoting your business, promoting your product, of defining who you are and how to brand yourself, then you need to learn the skills. Everything has skills. Everything has a method. Everything has a way. And there's different opinions and there's different things. Your job is to figure out what's going to be what's going to work for you. But remember, there has to be a system, there has to be a method, and there has to be skills, right? So think about it this way. If you lack confidence in your life, like for example, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're somebody who you lost your job, or you didn't make it in your career and you haven't been able to get yourself back up, you feel lost, you feel like you haven't been able to identify what it is that you're meant to do, then you need to build your confidence by getting skills, whatever these skills may be. So there's different ways that you can start. For example, what is something you love? What is something you will love to do, right? What is something that interests you? What is something that you're attracted to? What is that one thing you wanted to be when you were younger? Or what is that one thing that you think is impossible for you to do? Right? What is it? Something, it's super important to start with those things that we love and we like, because the saying, there's nothing better than I love what I do. I love my job. Aren't those people the best? You go to a place, the barista, the person that makes you the coffee, or the waitress and everything. You have like the crabby, grumpy one, and you also have the one that's just like the best, right? It's just an amazing, and like, wow, they really love their job. Like, they're passionate about what they do. And that's okay. Everybody has a different calling, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but they're giving their 100%. You can do the same for you as well. But you need to find out what's your purpose in life. What is it that you can do, right? We spend so much time at work, and that's why I'm talking about making a living, because we spend so much time at work that it's so important, right? Unless you're born into money and you're okay with that, and you know how to manage it, and you got your own thing going on, well, that's different, right? But everybody wants to find out who they are. Everybody wants to know their identity. Everybody is trying to seek, well, like, okay, my parents are rich, I'm rich, but what do I do with my life? What do I do with myself? Like, what's my goal? What's my purpose? What am I supposed to do? Right? And a lot of us don't have those choices, where our parents struggle and they got us through school, or we made wrong decisions when we were younger. We made poor decisions. Now we just get whatever job we can to get by, and our life doesn't make much sense because we want to be doing something else, right? If I were to give you guys a choice, okay, you can go to work or you cannot go to work, what will your choice be? You will be like, well, I choose not to go to work. Why would I want to go to work? As much as I love it, why would I want to give that many hours of my day, of my life, to work and someone else, right? But I need the money, so I kind of need to go to work, right? Okay, well, what if I tell you that you can have all the money in the world and you don't have to go to work? Oh, well, that's it. No need to talk about it anymore. I'm good. I'm perfect. I'm set. I'm ready to do my own thing with my money. I don't need to go to work for anybody anymore. I'm gonna call them. I'm not showing up to work anymore. I won the lottery. I'm done working. Right? The majority of people will probably take the route to not have to work, so they can focus on doing things doing things that they love. Right? That's the goal. We want to find things that we love. Right? And that's okay to do that. If you feel you don't have any time to do the things that you love, then you're not going to be fully happy in life. So find out those things that you want to do, that you love, and then put it on your goal as one of your goals, that you want to make more time for that. You want to one day be able to do what you love. That has to be a goal of yours. And what's going to happen is you're going to start attracting different ways or avenues to get that. Right? Just make sure that you're open when people knock on opportunities. When opportunities knock your door, right? And they offer you a chance, because you never know in what way, shape, or form that opportunity is going to come. But everything starts with what? Being open and obsessed, and being proactive about finding what it is that you love. Once you do that, you need confidence to get that. You need confidence to build that. Well, guess what? Let's find out what are the skills, and let's learn them, right? What are the skills? What does it take to learn how to invest money? Let's learn the skill. What does it take to be a teacher, a counselor, a coach? Let's learn the skills. What does it take to be financially independent? Let's learn the skills. What does it take to start your own business from home? Let's learn the skills. What does it take to start your own business online? Let's learn the skills. What does it take to ride a motorcycle, right? To drive a truck, right? An 18 wheeler, or like, let's say you want to get a job as a trucker, right? You know what? I want to be a trucker because it's well paid, and I'm an introvert. I like to travel. I want to drive. I want to take that time off. I need that. I need to get away. Like, this will be awesome. Well, guess what? You need a special license. You need some training. You need some practice. You need the skills. So something is stopping you from getting what you want in life, and it's gonna be the skills. It's gonna be the confidence. Now, I'll let you guys go with this, but going back a little bit with my story, about 6 years ago, when I hit bottom, we lost everything with my family. I lost my family. And there was a point where I was in denial, where I was angry, where I was upset, where I was everything but grateful, everything but proactive, everything but taking responsibility for my actions. And after a while, I started getting life skills. I started learning life skills. I started taking classes, and going into things that can help me really identify what the issues were. And my mind started shifting. My way of thinking started shifting. So my life started changing. And pretty much what I was getting life skills, things that made me feel, information that made me feel and believe that I can be whatever I want if I put my mind to it. If I'm my better self, if I'm clean, if I'm doing the right decisions, if I'm a good communicator, if I'm respectful, if I follow the law, if I do everything that I have to do, if I work on myself in my relationship and my parenting, and different in my emotions, if I do all of this, if I get all these life skills and I put them to practice, I'm gonna be okay. And that's what I started learning. And I saw it, and I felt it, and I understood it, and I was convinced, and my life started changing. And since then, it's been a process, a growing process, where each day, each month, each week, each year has gotten better for myself, my wife, and my kids. We're happier than ever. We're doing our best financially. We're doing what we love, right? We have a great roof over our heads. We have everything that we want. We get to help other people. So I went from needing someone's help to teach me life skills, and life to grab me and tell me, shake me up and tell me, Raul, stop wasting your time. You have talent, you have a calling, but you're wasting your time. So that's why you keep going against traffic. What's going to happen with you? What's going to happen if you try to cross the freeway during that rush hour? Or, I mean, actually, like, crossing the freeway while cars are going 65 and up, like, you're gonna get slammed, you're gonna get crashed, you're gonna die. Like, so we try to go against traffic. We try to make those crazy decisions because we think we're special and we're gonna make it. But guess what? We're avoiding confronting our better selves. We're avoiding confronting being responsible for our actions, right? Taking some responsibility and being, you know what, I messed up. I messed up. I should have changed. I should have listened. I should have waited. I should have been patient. I shouldn't have done that. I should have followed the advice. Now I did this, but guess what? Once you get over that part where you're guilty and blaming yourself, and you're accepting and you're being responsible for what you're gonna do, you're okay. What am I gonna do to get up from here? How am I gonna be able to be successful now? How can I change and start all over? Right? What is it that I need to do? Is it that you need to learn to control your temper, control your emotions? Well, you need to learn those skills. You need to communicate better. Again, you need to learn those skills, right? You need to be a better listener. You need to learn those skills. You want to leave drugs or alcohol or substances or all that. You need to learn the skills. What does it take? And as you learn the skills of how to do it, you follow the steps, you gain confidence, and that confidence helps you to achieve. Right? So really, like, my life being introduced to life skills and positive people and positive mentors and speakers and people who help me understand that, dude, wow, yes, Raul, you're right, or yes, that is correct. I felt like, I'm in the wrong place. This is not who I am. I got myself here with my own actions. I got myself here with my bad decisions. But guess what? This is not who I am. Or at least, if this is who I am right now, this is not who I want to be. I want my wife, I want my kids, I want my family. I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to be in drugs. I don't want to be a bad person. That's not who I am. I don't want to have all this hurt and resentment and feelings and anger inside. No, I want to be happy. At least I want to be happy. And I also started thinking, well, I also want to be a leader. I always have learned so much in life, and I love learning. I want to be a teacher, or I want to be someone in this life. I want to help others too, right? I'm a light. Like someone came and told me you're a diamond in the rough. You're a beacon. You're a light here where everybody. You keep this place alive, and it made me feel so special. It made me realize like no, like the more I continue living my worst self and making the same mistakes and being stubborn, the harder my life was getting. God was like, "There's no way you're gonna understand unless you continue to just hit yourself in your face on the floor by making the same decisions over and over and over." And finally, when I hit bottom, I realized, damn, what did I do? I had the opportunity to change. I had the chances to let go of those bad habits, to follow advice. I had the chance to change my life around. But guess what? I chose not to. I played with fire. I played the wild card. I continued risking when there was no need for that. All I had to do was be my better self. So now I'm confident with being my better self. Now I'm used to being my better self. Now I'm used to like, okay, I don't act with anger. I don't act with impulse. I'm going to act with patience and wisdom. I'm really going to analyze situations. I'm going to take my time answering. I'm going to try to be a better listener. Right now, I'm like, I'm not going to settle for the cheapest, the lower job. I'm not going to settle for the lower position. I'm not just going to get by. I don't need just money for drugs or bad things or alcohol. No, I want to build wealth and I want to help others build wealth. I want to leave my children real wealth, right? A real opportunity for them to have whatever they want in life. Not only material things, spiritual things, education, access, travel, all the things that I wish I would have had, and all the things that I recognize now that are important. Access to instruments and musicians and teachers and music and art and philosophy and wisdom and books. So they don't have any excuse because money is not an object, right? Money is not an object. We don't have to live on the lowest level of life. With hard work, consistency, and confidence, with skills that I can learn to build my wealth, to build my business, to build myself and who I am, I'm going to be able to give them the best gift, to help them to also do the same as me and follow my example in their own version, of course, because everybody's different. We can't force our kids to be who we want them to be. They're going to be who they're going to be, but we want to back them up, support them, and be there for them. Be involved in their lives, guide them through the right paths. Let's help them achieve their dreams. You know, your kid wants to be a YouTuber, he wants to be a gamer, he wants to be a professional. Well, open his mind to be like, okay, if that's what you like, that's the area of that you like, let's see how you can do that for a living. Let's see how you can make money with that. Let's see how you can, instead of just playing the games, you're inventing the games, right? Let's teach you technology. Let's give you the tools, right? Let's give you access to all these beautiful things, and then you can find out if that's what you want to do. You want to be a musician? Let's get you the best lessons. Let's get you the instrument. Let's get you access to all the information. Let's see if this is what you want to do. And if you're growing up and then you change your mind, well, guess what? That's life. People show up to college and they're like supposed to know what they want to do with their life, but they'll waste a lot of time and they'll quit school sometimes because they figured out that, wait, this is not what I wanted to do. This is not the career that I wanted. This is not the path that I wanted to take. And now, next thing you know, they're in debt with student loans, which is like the highest debt in the nation, but they are like not living a proper life, right? Just because this traditional thing has worked for many people doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And as time passes, the traditional path works less and less. Same way with me. How can I really leave well to my children if I work 40 hours for 40 years and what do I have at the end? I need them to help me live and survive? No. This is not possible. Even if you save, what kind of life are you going to have to live if you have to save the majority of your check to actually become rich, right? You're going to spend your whole life saving for like the end of your life. So you won't really enjoy your life. So how about if I tell you guys that you can build a wealth? How about if I tell you guys that you can build a business, you can do something from home, from anywhere? What if I tell you that there's ways for you to make in tops, let's just say in 5 to 10 years, you can build something that you can make so much money that you will never have to worry about money again. That you can work from anywhere, that you can travel the world, that you can have financial freedom to hook up yourself, your family members, your kids. You put all your things in order, right? Your will, your trust, everybody's taken care of. Careers of college careers for kids, if that's what they want. A car, a house, all the basic necessities, healthy, organic, healthy food, because that's expensive. Go out whenever it is that you want and make money by doing things you did only once. Sometimes there's something called passive income when you only works, you did something once and then you continue to get income from it, right? And there's different types. There's different types of things you can do. For example, if you want to get into real estate, then you have to learn the skills, right? You have to learn how it works, right? And that, that goes above you getting certified to do it and getting your permits and getting all that and passing the test, and now all of a sudden you become official. There's more to that. You got to learn the skills, like how does the things really work? What is the real life of a person? What is it? 99% of them or 90% of them fail. 90% of them get their license and don't sell once. Like what happens to those people? They just quit on their dreams. They need the skills. They need the confidence. They need consistency. So what does it take in our business, right? What is the average? Let's be real. You need to give yourself at least 10 years to build your business so you can get there. And that's what we're doing. That's what my wife and I are doing. And we're confident we're going to do it, but we're having fun along the way. We're learning along the way. Our life is changing along the way. We're living better and better along the way. We're helping a lot of people along the way. So guess what? The mission, the travel, the wait, the time right now, it's all good. It's part of the process, baby. We're living the process, right? But we're not giving up on those goals and those dreams to become a better version of yourself. Sometimes you might change companies, but you do not change the dream and the goal. As long as you keep focused on getting there, you'll find what's best for you, and you'll use all the experience from the past to make you boom, blow up and skyrocket in whatever it is that you're doing, right? All the work, don't forget, all the work that you put in is not going to go to waste. Those are seeds that you're planting in order for something beautiful to grow. Um, and the important thing is finding out who you are, finding out your purpose. Yesterday, we went to go see Encanto, and I'll leave you guys with that. And that movie, it's just like everything in my life. It's about right now. It's so like center and laser focus in who I am and what I'm meant to do. That's how I'm going live Monday through Friday. That's how I'm going live, whether I have somebody watching or not, whether it gets shared or not, it doesn't matter. I can't obsess over like the results. All I have to do is focus on the activity, and my activity that I want to do is go live and share it with you. Because if I'm able to touch a person at least a little bit, a few at a time, or every once in a while, you're changing people's lives. That to me, that's priceless. That's my way of giving back. So I'm telling the universe, I'm giving you, universe, you're going to give me back what I want. The same way that I give to you selflessly, I'm going to get, blessings right from the universe. But we went to go see Encanto, and it's about finding out who you are, the identity, your purpose, your mission, your role in the world. Our world's a family. What is our role in our lives, in our household, in our families? Let's pay attention to that. Let's pay attention to finding out who you are and getting confidence over who you are by getting the skills that you need to be the best version of yourself. If there's something you learn in this video, is there something you listen to, is that get the confidence you need to be the best person, the best version of yourself by learning all the skills that it takes to be the best version of yourself. And then see your purpose and your mission, right, around you. See that around you. See what's the purpose behind everything, right? What's the purpose in your families, in your household, in your job, in your school, in everywhere you go? What is your purpose? What do you offer? What do you have to share? What makes you valuable? What makes you an asset? What's giving you power, force, life, energy, love, money? What does all this mean in your life? I hope you guys like this. Today's live for this Monday meditation or Monday motivation, right? And I'll be catching you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the hearts, for the love, for the likes. Thank you for absolutely for everything that you do to somehow benefit me. And I really hope that I can reciprocate that back with whatever.